Yeah, hello and welcome to our daily Natgas update here. Natgas is hardly moving at all. 0.04% is here shown on the TradingView chart, and my view hasn't changed, but I start to think more and more that this could be an Elliott wave triangle. I mean, I've already added the trend lines in one of the previous videos, made you aware that this could very well be a triangle in which wave 4 is still unfolding. Yeah, at the moment though, we just need to be aware of the relevant levels. This is a bit of a range in which Natgas is moving. And first of all, I still have the count on the chart here in which this wave 4 already topped on the 5th of March. So that we're heading down in a wave 1. We moved up in a wave 2 in an A, B, C structure. I'm taking off the subwave count now. But a wave 1 down, a wave 2 to the upside. Yeah, the wave 1 could have been a 3-wave move. It doesn't look impulsive. So what I'm looking at is the possibility that this 5th wave here is actually unfolding as an ending diagonal, because also the way this 3rd wave is starting doesn't look very impulsive. So it is either a diagonal pattern to the downside, or the whole thing is still unfolding as a wave 4 triangle, which we're going to take a look at in a minute. But I also explained that already in previous videos. It wouldn't really lead to a different result though. It should also sell off just in a different wave structure, because looking at this at the moment, right, where we said, okay, you know, if this is a 3rd wave to the downside here, then we possibly have our AB structure done. The C wave is unfolding now as 5 waves. I don't think that is very good. I don't think this works well. What I'm thinking is this is just too big. This is just getting too big. So maybe the B wave is sitting actually here and the C wave is coming next, because first of all, the move down isn't really strong anyway, and the move up is basically too long, too extended. So yeah, I'm again, the 3rd wave would be an ABC structure, because the wave 1 as well, and the wave 5 would then be 1 as well. Okay, so I'm exploring the idea this could be an A wave, this could now be a B wave, which should of course stay below $2.69. A break above $2.69 would invalidate this structure as it currently is, and would unlock higher price potential to possibly 320 and below, which we're going to take a look at as well. But at the moment, I'm exploring this possibility. The yellow count is certainly one that I find likely. It would need a break below the A wave low though, so the $2.14 level to confirm, and then follow through to 195, and breaking below that would confirm that even further. Bear in mind, confirmation doesn't mean certainty, unfortunately, in these financial markets, okay? So the other option is that this is unfolding as a triangle and this wave 4 was never finished, okay? That's possible. And that because even here, you know, where I had the wave 4 here was very weak. Okay, the wave 4 itself is very weak. So it could very well be that because it can't really push higher, because the market is so weak, it's just correcting over time, and that we get here an Elliott wave triangle in a wave 4. Yeah, so this could be an A wave up, a B wave down, a C wave up, a D wave down, and an E wave to the upside. I think in the previous video we looked at a possible target for this E wave. By the way, the Elliott wave triangle should break out to the opposite side of the E wave, which means to the downside, which doesn't really make it a very different count from the yellow one. But again, just a reminder, you know, what is a possible target for that E wave? Let's take the length of the C wave. That's how you can calculate targets in a triangle. They are not super reliable, but they are certainly levels to watch. Basically, the only thing you have in a triangle. You take the length of the wave C, and that gives you the target of the E wave. If you wanted to calculate, we can do that for fun actually first. The ideal target for a D wave, right? Here we take the length of the B wave and compare it with the length of the D wave. And possible targets or likely targets in a triangle are either the 38.2 extension or the 61.8 extension. Again, they are not, you know, there's no need for them to be reached, but they are sort of likely, and especially the range between the 38.2 and the 61.8 extension. Here we landed exactly in the middle. So that's sort of the range that you would expect, right? And now we can do that for the E wave, just the other way around. So we take the length of wave C go to the beginning of the E wave, basically the end of the D wave. And I think I explained to you in the last video that in this wave count here, it would be likely to reach at least 242 if this is a triangle, possibly even 259. That would be the 61.8 extension. So somewhere in that region between 242 and 259, we should see a rejection if this is an Elliott wave triangle, which again then should also lead to a sell-off afterwards. So yeah, these two counts, these two short-term bearish counts, they are valid as long as price stays below $2.69. What happens if price breaks above it? Well, the triangle could simply extend further, depending on the structure. So this is still possible. It would just be an extension of the triangle. Or we have something more short-term bullish going on. The short-term bullish count, but only would get into control, in my opinion, if we break above $2.69. That's the idea that wave 4 was never finished, similar to the triangle, but that we don't form the wave 4 as a triangle, but instead we are getting here an ABC structure, so that this was an A wave. The move down was a B wave, and we're now moving up in the C wave. The problem, so what I always found problematic about this wave count is that the move up is not impulsive at all. Yes, you could count it as a 1-2-1-2 setup, but that's a bit made up, right? That's not really anything that's likely. And then it would really need to take off now. What I find more likely, because this is still a valid count, okay? But that actually we have, yes, an ABC structure, but that the B wave is unfolding as a triangle. I know this is getting messy now, but again, this count will only get into control or get in control above 269. So until then, I focus on the downside, but this is a possibility. A wave to the upside, yeah. So that wave 4 unfolds as an ABC, but actually the B wave is the triangle because that is possible. And then we would have an A wave of the triangle, a B wave, a C wave, a D wave, one more higher low. That would be the completion of the B wave triangle, and then we can rally in the C wave. So these are the possibilities. It in the end depends on into which direction do we break out. I think they are, to be honest, they are all likely options. And the reason is the market hasn't made up its mind yet. So what can we do? We have to understand the bigger picture. I have to say, okay, it is, in my opinion, in the bigger picture, still likely that we get one more low eventually. So either we get it directly or we get it after the wave 4 is done. Yeah, if we get a higher wave 4. It's worth watching the breakout points. Okay, if we break down, then it's one of the two counts anyway that I indicated, heading towards the 150 region. If we break to the upside, then it's likely that it's only the C wave of the wave 4 that would lead to another low. But Natgas has dropped so much, yeah, that it is allowed to start a new bull run at any time, okay? So bear in mind, you always need to keep perspective. I know people are like, okay, oh yeah, let's say if it went now into a bull run, and people would say the analysis was wrong, right? But you need to take the bigger picture into account, right? We've been bearish throughout the entire year, basically, also last year, and this has reached basically an area now where, yeah, you know, we can get one more low that is expected, but it's dropped like, what was it, like 80% of the high or something. It has done enough in this correction. It doesn't need another low. It's just that at the moment we cannot see any impulse to the upside. Okay, so we have to expect at the moment another low. And also, in my opinion, one more low is missing because the move to the downside so far was only in 3 waves, not in 5, what you would need in a C wave. Okay, keep you updated anyway. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.